Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. It's Jose here. Week 21 predictions. We're not going to get confused. It is week 21 predictions today. We still are running week bonus predictions, but there's 3 more games to be played tonight. So the results show for that will be tomorrow. This is to get the midweek fixtures in. And then on Friday, we'll have the results show for the midweek fixtures, and we'll have week 22 to do on Friday. It's all packed and stacked. I'm going to, just to see a few people, I'm going to add these people in as I can see them. And I'm hoping that they're here for the show. If they're not, then there's no harms and no dramas. All I've got to say is that, yeah, the bumper week has been an absolutely mad one. 17 games gone, 3 to go. Right, I need to find this other person who I can see in the shirt. Right, I've got more people coming in now. Sorry, I'm just trying to grab you as I can see you, and then I can begin saying hello to a few people. Right, I can see this person in there as well now. Oh, there we go. I've got to see this person here now. Right, so I've got a few people that I think are around. Right, we've got Totspurs. I don't know where he's still about, but he says hi Jose and all, but he was here 25 minutes ago. I've started the show on time today. Adrian says good afternoon, Jose et al. Good afternoon, Adrian. Adrian, I put it in the WhatsApp group. PSR, SCR, PSI, BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Dulux, anything you want to call it, it's all a load of crap. I said this last year, a year ago, that it was a load of crap. It is. People have circumnavigated the wheel, and these people that are, because all they've done is they've circumnavigated the wheel, and it's cheaper for them to defend themselves and to navigate the wheel than what it is to probably receive a silly fine. It's cheaper for them to do it. So they've gone and done it. I don't think Man City are going to get, after hearing the news today, and how they will circumnavigate the wheel, I now think that Man City and Chelsea will not get done at all. Because if Chelsea were not in a predicament, right, which they should have been, they've certainly got out of it, and there's no reason why they won't get out of the rest of it. But anyway, that's my opinion. Right, smash the likes on your way in, everyone. It'd be helpful. New players are always welcome, so if you're new here today, you're more than welcome to join in. Archer's here, says good afternoon, Jose, in the chat. I've put you into the show. Perchy said big up Tel. I'm not sure whether Perchy's still about and doing the predictions, but I haven't put him in yet because he might have been just one of these kind people that's come, commented and liked, but may not stay for the show. We have Neil here, says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Neil. I hope you're well. Right, let me just add someone that's just popped in now. We've got to add them as they come in. Because otherwise I get confused with who's here. So let me add this person in now as well. Oh, look, there's another one coming now as well. I see you're not coming in. Okay, right. So Neil says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Carl Simpson, good afternoon. Jose in the chat. Good afternoon, Carl. I hope you're well. Buenos tardes a todos los jugadores y Jose. So that's Ian Mess saying good afternoon to all the players and to Jose in his Spanish. He loves his Spanish. Right, let me add this person into the show as well. Just seen another one pop in. Right, let me get him in there. Right, so Totspurs says he is here. So Totspurs is here. So I'll add Totspurs to the show as well. Where are these people? Where are they? Totspurs, where are you, Totspurs? Where are you? You are around somewhere. Or have I added you already and I'm just going senile? No, I've added you already. I'm going senile. Richard is here, says hi, Jose. Good afternoon, Richard. Graham is here. I hope you're feeling better, Graham. It says afternoon, Jose, and all the chat. Totspurs is here. Jimmy Hotspurs here, says good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Jimmy. The Wiz is here. It says hi, all hope you're well. Vindaloo is here. It says small down, Jose. Hope you're well, mate. I have to pop out. I leave my predictions in the comments, mate. Hit the like button, people. Ronnie's here, says Hello, Jose in the chat. Hello, Ronnie. I hope you're well. Keyboard is buggered, so limited chat. Sorry, no problems at all. So at the moment, I have Adrian, Archer. If I don't call your name out, it's because I haven't seen you. I don't know you're here. But I've put Adrian, Archer, Ian Meth, Carl Simpson, Neil, Richard, Graham, Dazza, Jimmy, Wiz, and Ronnie are the people that I'm expecting predictions from that I've put in the show. Like I said, reminder for people, last weekend's bonus predictions are finished tonight. There's 3 games to go, and once they finish, we will do a results show on that tomorrow. But in between, we have got game week 21, which starts tonight, runs through till Thursday. So today we're doing the predictions for the week 21. Tomorrow we'll have the results for the bonus week, and on Friday it will be the results show for week 21, which we're doing now, and week 22's predictions for the weekend. Mikey Romero says, "Good afternoon, Jose," and hello to all in the chat. So with that being explained, first game I want from you people is Brentford versus Manchester City. I ain't hanging about today. Today we're cracking on. Brentford, Man City, please, people. First game. Mikey Romero's first in. Mikey Romero's coming with a 1-3. Graham's coming with a 1-1. Neil's coming with a 2. Richard is 1-3. The Wiz is 2-2. Ronnie is 1-3. Carl is 1-3. Jimmy is 0-2. Archer 1-3. Hotspur's 1-2. And Ian Meth 1-2. So the only person I'm missing is Adrian. And if Adrian's not here, I will take him out of the show and I will put him further down the ladder. Right, taking him out of the show. I don't think he's here. So out goes Adrian. Right. And for this game, I've predicted 0-2. Right. Told you I'm not messing around today. There's no time to mess about. So 0-2 for me. Right. Second game of the week, people, is Chelsea Bournemouth. Please give us your predictions for Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Game 2 of the week. Oh, Wiz is first. Wiz is first. Wiz says 3-2. Graham says 2-1. Mikey says 2-0. We got after Mikey. We've got Hotspur's dad that says 3-2. Neil says 2-1. Richard says 2-1. Jimmy says 2-1. There's a bit of a train of thought here. Archer says 3-1. Ronnie says 2-1. Carl says 3-1. And Ian Meth says 2-0. Right, and I'm going for Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1, game number 3. We're flying through this because there's not many people here. So we have got West Ham versus Fulham, please, as game number 3. The Wiz is in first again at 2-2. Oh, let me see where the Wiz was. Right, the Wiz is in at 2-2. Gus Parker has just joined us. Good afternoon, Gus. And Gus knows that he's behind already, so he's giving me the future games. So, Gus Parker, add Gus Parker in there. Alan Rakdos Madness. Mr. Alan, who we missed last week. You missed 20 predictions. Alan, you still have a chance to do the 3 predictions for tonight, Alan. If you want, you've missed everything else, but you've still got 3 predictions that you can do tonight. Kuva's also here. Good afternoon, Kuva. I hope you are well, sir. Right, let's get Kuva in. And Alan is here. I've just said. Alan Rakdos Madman. Where is Rakdos? Where is he? Because he didn't play last week. Did I put him on the show already? And I've just, yeah, I have Gus Parker, Alan, and Kuba. Need to find Kuba. There we go. Let's get Kuba in the show as well. Right, we've got Kuba here as well. Right, so sorry, I had WizKid in at 2-2. Right, let me go back up. WizKid at 2-2. Gus is 1-3 and 3-1. And 3-1. Kuba gave me some funky scores as well. Kuba is 1-2. 2-1. And 1-2. Kuba, you are the man. You are in. Raptos has gone 0-3 for this one. Right, and that's me up to date, I think. Graham has gone 0-2. Mikey Romero 1-1. Daza 1-2. Richard is going 2-0. So Richard so far is one of the only people that's going for the manager bounce. Ronnie's going 1-2. Ronnie 1-2. Neil says 1-1. Jimmy Hotspur says 1-1. Neil and the other one, it was Jimmy, weren't it? Jimmy H. Quick off the mark today. I said, oh yeah, one hanging around. 2-1 to Carl for this game. Archer says 1-1. Archer says 1-1. Gus Parker says 2-3. Ian Meth says 2-0. Good afternoon, Ryan G. I see that you've just joined. Let me find the Ryan G. Ryan G. Ryan G. And Ryan G's coming with 1-3. Ryan G says 1-3, then says 2-0. And then says 1-2. Did I miss Saturday's result, says Gus. I don't know what you're referring to, Gus. Let me have a look. Did you play last week? No, Gus, you've played last week. Gus, if you've missed what I've said already, for those that have just joined late, today is week 21, which starts tonight in the Premiership and runs till Thursday. Tomorrow because there's 3 games still being played tonight from the bonus week. Tomorrow I will do the bonus week results tomorrow. Yeah. Drula, 4 o'clock start, Drula. It was a 4 o'clock start. If you want to be added, Drula, you can be. Yeah, so tomorrow is the results show because there's 3 games to still be played tonight. Yeah. So tomorrow is the results show at 4 o'clock for bonus predictions. On Friday, I will do the results for week 21, which we are predicting now. And we will also predict week 22 on Friday. So Friday's a double show. In the when I do the show, in the description of the show, which is just underneath the title, description of the show tells you everything that we're doing. I need to add Drula. There we go. Let me add Drula. Add Drula to the show as well. And the other one was Nick, Roundtable Talk. To add Nick to this. Let me add Nick. Right, Nick's gone for 1-2, so I saw that. Drula, have you got a score for this one? Drula, do you have a score for West Ham Fulham? And then like that, I'm up to date. This in the title, this is what I'm saying. In the title, it says quite clearly, week 21 predictions plus 3 bonus games. So today, it's Premiership predictions and 3 bonus games. Drula has come in with her results. She's gone 2-3 for the first game. She's gone 2-1 the second game. I know she hasn't. She has 2-1 the second game. And this game, she's gone 2-1 again. Right, so Drula, you're up to date with all 3. Alan and Roundtable Talk are behind on the first 2 scores. This is just for Alan and Roundtable Talk, just so we can catch up. Right, Brentford, Man City, Alan and Nick. 2 North Americans. Brentford, Man City. Right, second game for you 2 guys, for the 2 North Americans. Chelsea, Bournemouth. You're going mad, Drew. Like 4 o'clock's the show. It never said 4:15. Adrian, what's 1-2? Chelsea, Bournemouth. Adrian, you're late. You need to tell me what scores are, Adrian, that you're referring to, because I don't know. Because I'm asking 2 people questions here, and I'm presuming, is it Chelsea, Bournemouth, Adrian? So I got a 1-2 for Roundtable, and I got a 2-1 for Rapdos. She's like, you can have a small pizza. Yeah, she's from Right, Adrian, please, can you tell me what scores you're referring to, mate? You've gone 1-2 twice. Who is it 1-2, Adrian? Because we're on game 3 now, mate. Yeah, it's getting a lot better. That's the face now, Shemtan. Good afternoon, sir. Hope you're well. That's it now. What I've done is I was told to apply Vaseline to the affected area, and it kept bubbling up. And because it kept bubbling up, I stopped using that, and I've now started, from Saturday, I started applying, what do they call it? Sudocrem. And it seems to be clearing up a lot of it with Sudocrem, which is far better. And I had my stitches taken out on Friday. Right, Adrian, are you saying that the first game is 1-2? Right. Adrian, I don't know what you're doing, mate. Right, this is just for Adrian because I haven't got a clue what Adrian's doing, right? Adrian, Brentford, Man City. Adrian, anyone that's new that's playing Brentford, Man City, please.
That's my theory. It could also be that because I'm still getting so much.
Right, round table talk. You're up to date. It's Adrian I'm waiting on because I don't know what Adrian's done. Adrian's put 2-1-2s, and if I put the results in, Adrian tells me that I've done it wrong. So, because at the moment I've got 1-2, 1-2, 2-1, but I don't know in what order. Rinketic, are you playing Brentford, Man City? Right, Adrian, I'm presuming you're going for 1-2, 1-2, and 2-1. They're the results I'm putting in for you, Adrian, because that's all I've seen. Right, Rinketic, are you playing if you are Brentford, Man City? I need to move on, Rinketic. Okay, I'm moving on because I don't know what it is. Can you put 1-2? I did that for you last week, Rinketic, and you scored badly. But I can do that for you. You scored poorly. But it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what and what not to do. So Rinketic, 1-2 all the way. Right, we move on to the next game, guys. And the next game is Forest Liverpool. Forest Liverpool.
Let me tell you what I'm getting you for the birthday. So I'm going to get you for the PlayStation.
Right, so we are. Right, Adrian, you're now telling me West Ham won, Fulham won. Okay, Adrian, I've got you down for. This is where you confuse me, Adrian. You might as well start from here, Adrian, because I haven't got a clue what you're doing. I've got you down for 1-2. Brentford 1, Man City 2, Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 2, West Ham 1, Fulham 1. That's what I've now got you down for.
Which is not too bad. But just let's back up.
Right, Alan Rapdos man missed 2. Rapdos is 2 on this gun. 2-2. 1-4 for Richard. I have a 2 for 0-2 for Jimmy Hotspur. Jimmy's here. 0-2. 0-2 for Ryan.
Turn down the plane. Oh, the plane keeps going down, and the radius keeps going up.
Nketiah, Archer. Right, there's only right. Who am I missing? No, I'm not missing anybody. I've got everyone's scores. Right, so just to play catch up, I went for West Ham 1, Fulham 2, and for this game I've gone Forest 0, Liverpool 2. Right, is the game what I've gone for. Right, the next game is Everton versus Aston Villa. Everton versus Villa. Please, people. Interesting. We had today. We currently have playing at the moment. We have 22 players, and in the bonus week, I had 54 players. So some people will make up points. Mind you, what will happen tonight is I'll have people leaving it on the stream after this show's finished and not realizing that the games are on tonight. And by the time they leave their scores tonight, games will have finished. Not my lookout, I'm afraid. 0-2 for Lee, 1-2 for Drula. One, 2 for Drula, 1-2 for Carl. A 0-2 for Alan. I have a 0-3 for Neil. A 0-3 for Neil. Richard is 1-2. Gus 1-1. Gus 1-1. Mikey 0-1. Adrian 1-2. Ryan 1-2. Nick 1-2. Ian 0-1. Ronnie 1-all. Archer 1-2. Jimmy Hotspur 1-0. Dazza 1-2. Kuva 0-1. And then I've got, so who am I missing? At the moment, Spurs GCTV. That's not to say he hasn't done it. I may have missed it. Right, we started us off. Drula, Carl, Alan, Neil, Richard, Gus, Mikey, Adrian, Ryan, Nick, Ian, Ronnie, Archer, Jimmy, Tot Spurs, Dazza, Kuva. Yeah, so I am just missing Spurs GCTV. Graham at the moment. Jose, mate, can you see my predictions? I can see your predictions, Adrian, but when you're putting in 1-1 and I'm on a score and then you're putting all scores in and it doesn't relate to anything, you're putting a whole bunch of scores in but not telling me what they relate to. So for you, Adrian, this is just for you. I currently have, and I'm just going to read out the scores. I currently have 1-2, 2-1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-2. They're the results that I've got that you've given me. Adrian, I'd write the teams in with the results, mate, as Jose is confused with what games you're predicting. Now, as I said, if you're going in and you just put in the ones, if someone puts in 1-1 now, I presume we're talking about Everton, Aston Villa. You know, so when you put 3 scores in for one game, I'm trying to work out which game you're referring to. So just for Adrian, the first 5 predictions I've got from you are 1-2, 2-1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-2. Right, my prediction for Everton versus Aston Villa is I've gone Everton 2, Aston Villa 0. Next game, Leicester versus Crystal Palace, please, people. Leicester v Crystal Palace. Right, so Neil's coming first with a 1-2 for Leicester Crystal Palace. So I have Neil in first with a 1-2. I then have Drula with a 1-2. So I will repeat what you guys have put down. And if I'm wrong, then you'll tell me. Ronnie 2-1. We have Carl at 1-3. We have Alan at 0-1. I have Lee Wiz at 1-2. We have Graham at 2-2. We have Mikey at 2-1. We have Mikey, Jimmy at 0-1. Right, Adrian, I've got them. That's exactly what I said. You've got 1-2, 2-1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-2. So they're the results I've got for you so far. And now Leicester Palace, you've gone 1-1. Right. Neil says 1-2. I've got Neil's 1-2 already. Richard is 1-3. One, 3. Archer says 1-1. Totspurs says 1-2 for this game. Totspurs is predicting 1-2. Oops, 1-2. My Palace result is 1-2, Jose, but I needed my Everton result changed to 1-2 as well. Who's that? That's Neil. So you want me to change your Everton result to 1-2 from 1-3 to 1-2? Okay, 1-2 as well, right? So you're done now. Ian Meth is saying 2-1. Cooper says 0-2. Round table. So Nick says 1-2. Right, Johnny Bethnal Green has just joined the show. I've just seen a comment from In the Bin 2K. Right, In the Bin 2K, are you playing? If you are, you're a new player, and I can roll back for you and Johnny, and we'll go back and I'll do the previous scores for you. All right. And what you so bear with me, and when I get to the end for you both, I will roll back. So I'll do all the predictions as we carry on now. That's for In the Bin and for Johnny Bethnal. I'll take your results from here on in, and then when we get to the end, I'll go back and we'll do the first games for you as well. All right. So then like that, you're fully in. So I've got to try Johnny Bethnal Green. And Johnny says he's going for, Johnny says 1-2, and In the Bin has gone for 2-2. 2-2 for In the Bin. In the Bin 2K. There we go. Got you in the bin. You're in the game now, mate. Welcome to the madhouse of predictions. Right, so I have got In the Bin at 2-2. I have got Johnny Bethnal Green at 1-2. So the people that I'm now looking for is I'm looking for Gus Parker and Ryan G. That's not to say you haven't predicted them. I may just have missed them. Gus Parker's predicted 2-1. All right, so I found Gus. Gus Parker's 2-1. And Ryan G is 1-3. Right. So that's 1-3 and 2-1. Right. Lovely. We are sorted. I think. Is there anyone else? David Clark has just joined. Yes. Yeah. Leo, put them in after the show. Just copy and paste them. But the show will be finishing soon. Just got to be wary that the games kick off in 3 hours' time. Where's David Clark? Let me find David Clark. David, with you as well. I'll roll back. So don't add scores in now. I'll go back for you, Johnny, and in the bin. So we just start you from here, and then we can roll back afterwards. It's just easier for me to do it that way. Right, so David Clark is here. Let me add David Clark. And David Clark, you have gone for a 2-all draw. Right. Okay, so I think I've got everybody. And good afternoon. Good morning to you, Leo, because I know it's morning time for you. Right, I've gone for Leicester 1, Crystal Palace 0 is a score that I've gone for. Good morning, Mr. Kagayas. I hope you're well. Obviously, you are working because you wouldn't be up this late at 3:37 in the morning. Good afternoon. Good morning to you, sir. Next game, please, people, is Newcastle versus Wolves. I hope you're well, Peter. You obviously had a bit of a break because I saw you had a lot to say in the chat about Ange. Yes, you are working. I thought you would be. Right, so we have got Lee Wiz, the first one in. Good afternoon, Dan. I mean, it's up to you, Dan, because I'm starting. If you start from here, I'm already rolling back for 3 people who started the one game before this. So if you want, Dan, you can start now. It's your call. You can start now because I'm going to roll back anyway for some people. First person that's come in with this score is a 3-2 for Lee Wiz. Sorry, in the bin, the way it works in the bin is that if you get the correct prediction, so say you went for a 2-all draw in the last game in the bin. If it's a 2-all draw, you score 3 points. If it's any other form of draw, 0-0, 1-1, 3-all, 4-all, any other draw scores you 1 point. If the home side win or the away side win, you score no points because you went for a draw. With this game, you've got Newcastle 4, Wolves 2. If Newcastle win 4-2, you get 3 points. Newcastle win by any other score, you get a point. Wolves win, you get 0. A draw would be 0. So on and so forth. 3 for an absolute, 1 for a prediction. Lee Whiskins says 3-2. Ryan G says 1-all. Alan says 3-1. Alan says 3-1. Neil says 2-1. Carl says 3-1. Ian Meth 2-0. Adrian 3-1. I think exactly what Ryan's saying. Johnny Bethnal Green 2-0. 2-0. Who else have we got? We have got Nick saying 2-1. So Nick's going for 2-1. After Nick, we have in the bin says 4-2. Then we have Archer at 3-1. I have Archer at 3-1. I then have David Clark at 3-1. Beyond Arthur, David Clark at 3-1. We have Drewler at 2-1. Then we have Jimmy Hotspur at 3-1. Jimmy Hotspur at 3-1. We have Graham at 3-0. Graham, 3-0. Then I have Richard at 3-1. Richard, 3-1. I then have Ronnie says it's 7:30 the kickoffs tonight. Cooper says 3-0. Gus Parker says 1-2. Dan, I'm heading out in half an hour, mate. So I'll just do them all together, mate. Okay, so you're cool. Tot Spurs says 3-1. Dazza, 3-1 for Dazza. Yes, I've had some downtime. Not that busy tonight. Well, it's better. Potato, start now at Newcastle Wolves. It's the easiest way to do it. And then you haven't missed nothing at all. Start now. Potato stew. I need to find you. If you start now, it's easier because then I'll roll back for some of you. So at the moment, I need to roll back for Johnny Bethnal Green, In the Bin, Dave Clark, and Potato Stew. I'll roll back for the 4 of you. It is not a problem. Ronnie says 2-0. Ian, it's plugged because it's in the chat. So it's in the chat. People can see it. Ronnie says 2-0. Ronnie's gone for a 2-0. Carl Simpson said, damn, because you have to. Mikey Romero says 2-1. The 2-1 for Mikey R. I believe Potato Stew I'm waiting on. Potato Stew says 2-0, so I've got him. Have I got anybody else that's come in? Right. Colin Blackshaw. Don't worry about it, Colin. I'm rolling back for some other people as well. So 2-0 for Colin B. Colin Blackshaw. Colin Blackshaw. Where's Colin? Right. I have Colin. And I'll add Colin into the show now. Right, so how does this work? Right, I'll show you how it works in a second. Bear with me a second. I just need to add some people in here. Right, let me add these people. Oh, no. Right, for people to understand what Queen Ellie's late and Queen, just stay with me, Ellie, because I've got to roll back for some others as well. So I will do you all together at one time. Right, the way it works, Dan, because you're asking the question, is today is the predictions for the Premiership games that start today. All right. So today's predictions we're doing are for the Premiership games that start today. They will run today, tomorrow, and Thursday, right? And on Friday, I will do the results for week 21, which is what we're doing at the moment. And we will do the predictions for week 22. That's on Friday. Anyone that took part in the bonus predictions at the weekend, there are still 3 matches left to play tonight. Now, at the end of the show, I'm going to offer them to Alan and to In the Bin if they want to predict 3 extra results that are playing tonight, and they can count as last week. The results for the bonus week is tomorrow. All right. So tomorrow is the results show for the bonus week. So that's where we are there. Peter Gagaius has gifted. I think it might be more. Yeah, I gifted 10. 10? Yes, 10 memberships, channel memberships. Peter, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. They've gone to, and I've got to find this out now because I've missed, because I was talking. So, Carl Simpson, Front Wheel Skid, which is Johnny's other half. I see Johnny's already commented to you. Paul G, Jessica, and Waffle TV. And then the other 5 have gone to Michael Chelsea, Naomi Edge, Billy, Ian Meth, and Bigby Wolf. So thank you very much to Peter. I can see people thanking you already, Peter. You've got a thank you from Ian Meth. And you've also got a thank you from Johnny Bethnal Green, who says that his missus. I said thank you, and I can't find Johnny Bethnal Green. There it is. Johnny Bethnal Green has thanked you. Peter, my wife, the Front Wheel Skid, says bless you and thank you. So people are thanking you already, Pete. It's very kind of you, and you're being thanked already. Right, so with that being said, I've got everybody at the moment that's in the game. Right, where are we? Can I ask you kindly, people, can you please hit that like button, because the like button hasn't been smashed, not as it should be anyway. Right, the next game that we move on to. Right, and I've got to find these people. So please, everyone that's playing at the moment, can you please give me your predictions for the small matter of Arsenal versus Tottenham? Arsenal v Tottenham. Oh, Ed M's here and he's gone. Ed M, sorry. I'll roll back for you as well, Ed M. No worries. So Ed M, for the previous game, you've gone 5-3. Sorry, I didn't see that. So Ed M, previous game, Newcastle game, has gone 5-3. Right, 5-3. Right, so the Wiz is coming first. Right, so Lee Wiz is coming with a 2-2 draw for this one. 2 apiece. Drula says 1-3. We then have Mikey Romero at 1-3. Just remember, the kickoffs are in just under 3 hours' time, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Just shouting out so people are aware. Ellie is at 2-2 for this one. Jimmy Hotspurs is at 1-0. Oh, sorry, I went for Newcastle 4, Wolves 1, by the way. Just sorry, I didn't tell anyone my score. Potato's gone for 0-2 and said, come on, you Spurs. We have a 1-1 from Graham, but he hopes we stuffed them. Well, I'm not going to say much about that score. Neil says 1-2. If you hope we stuff them, then you go for a victory, don't you? You put your you put your money where your mouth is. Be a man of your conviction. 2-2 draw for Archer. A 1-2 for Nick. 2-3 for David Clark. We have a 0-0 for Eden. We have a 1-1 for Adrian. We have a 1-3 for Ronnie. We have a 2-3 for Carl. Ryan G says 2-1, but he hopes he's wrong. People should only predict what they think the scores are going to be. They're not hoping you're wrong on that. Johnny Bethnal Green, 1-3. Colin Blackshaw, 1-2. I hope I'm wrong. 2-2 for Richard. So Richard is on for 2-2. We have Gus Parker at 1-1. Dad's at 2-3. Just going to ask a question while I'm filling in these results. Does anyone, if I tell you that at the moment, we have a new player, Mr. Mike Oxlong. Introduce Mr. Mike Oxlong. Right, Mike Oxlong. Right, Mr. Oxlong, you are in the show as a new player. If you If you wait, I'll do the predictions. Once I reach the end of these ones, I'll go back to the ones that you've missed. For a few of you, there's about 6 or 7 of you that have missed it. I will go back and I will do them all for you as well, so you get every prediction in. Kuva says 0-0. Right, so just what I want to say is I'm just going to put it out there as I'm putting these scores in. This week's bonus predictions. This week's bonus predictions at the moment with 3 games to go, right? With 3 games to go, the average points for the week are 14 points. So I don't know how people think that they've done, but does the 14 points sound good to you? Right, Alan's gone 1-2. And then you've got, who am I missing? I'm missing in 3-2. Right, in the bin, 3-2. Does that mean 2-3? Because Arsenal are the home team, or are you going 3-2 to Arsenal? Just want to confirm that in the bin. Oh, you said 1-0, Cougar. Sorry, 1-0 to Arsenal, Cougar. Right, in the bin, is it a 3-2 Arsenal, or is it a 2-3? Is what I need to know. Okay, so that makes it 2-3. Okay. Because all I need to know is the score. If you just put the score in, I don't need to know the teams, just the score, the way the game's been predicted. Daniel Levy is here and he's saying 5-0. Daniel Levy is in the show. We put Daniel Levy as a new player. Daniel Levy as a new player and says, what's he saying? 5-0. Spurs, so 0-5. Some people are still uneducated, aren't they, eh? And I mean that with the nicest possible. If it's, unless you're all from North America, because the North Americans used to do this all the time, but they've got used to this now. The home team gets the first score, the away team gets the second score. So if you're saying 5-0, yeah, it's 5 to Arsenal, 0 to Tottenham. Okay, so Mr. Mike Oxlong. So what it is, right, Mr. Oxlong, is if you get the correct score, you score 3 points. So your score, Mike, you've gone for 1-1. So with your 1-1 draw, Mike, that you've gone for, if it's a 1-1 draw, you score 3 points. If it's any other form of a draw, so 0-0, 2-2, 3-3, and so on, you'll get a point for it. If it's a home win or an away win, because you've gone for a draw, you score 0. But yeah, do you want to go again? You want to change? Okay, what do you want to change it to, Mr. Mike? Give us your change. What are you changing it to? Right, go on, Mike, change it, and I'll accept your change now before I move on to the next game. 3-2 Arsenal. Okay, 3-2. Right, I'm moving on to the next game. Please remember to hit the like button for the show. Much appreciated. Ipswich versus Brighton, please, people. Ipswich v Brighton. Archer's changing his to 1-0 to the Woolwich. 1. Right, all changed for you. Right, Wizards come in with 1-3 for this game. So Lee Whiskins coming with a 1-3. Right, 1-3 for the Wiz, 1-3 for Drula.
Yeah, you want me to your blanket? You want me to up in the blanket?
1-3 for who? 1-3 for Drula. Drula at 1-3. Good afternoon. Mink Mixon says, does anyone have a fish slice I can have? I am needing it for my cod roe. Neil says 1-2. So putting in Neil at 1-2. And then I have Carl Simpson says 1-2. Gus Parker says 1-1. Alan is 1-3. 1-3. Who I got after Alan? I've got Edem at 2 and Ian Meth at 0-2. Edem at 2 apiece. Ian Meth is going for a 0-2. Ian Meth at 0-2. Colin Blackshaw is going for a 1-2. Colin Blackshaw says 1-2. After Colin, we have the round table talk says 1-2. So Nick's going for a 1-2 as well. In the bin's gone 1-2. David Clark is going 1-3. Mink Mixon's cooking a lot of fish. Fair enough, Mink. Fair enough to you. 2-1 for the potato. Adrian 1-2. Adrian at 1-2. And who have we got after? Mikey Romero 0-2. What's my prediction? Oh, sorry. My prediction was Arsenal 0, Tottenham 1. I forgot about that. Sorry. Arsenal 0, Tottenham 1 is what I've gone for. Ryan G says 0-2. Jimmy Hotspur says 1-0. If I forget, then ask me and I'll tell you what my prediction is. Jimmy Hotspur says 1-0. Graham says 0-2. Graham is going for 0-2. Mink Migson is going for 9-7. Double G S-O-N. All right, I'll put you in, Mink, as a new player. So 9-7 for you. Richard is going for a 2-0. Richard is going for a 2-0. Right, Richard, you're in at 2-0. And then I have Johnny Bethnal Green at 1-2. So the Glasgow has gone 1-2. 1-2 for the Glasgow. Followed by Elliot 1-1. Queen Bells at 1-0. Followed by Archer and Ronnie both 1, and Totspurs with a 1-2. So Archer, Totspurs, and Ronnie all 1-2s. Richard is going 2-0. I think I've got you, Richard, already, which I have. Kuba 0-2. And I think the only person people are missing are Mr. Mike Oxlong and Daniel Levy are the 2 people I'm missing scores from for this game. Ipswich Brighton. Mike Oxlong and Daniel Levy, I need scores from you. Right. Would you rather buy Rashford or buy ganglyeoghan? I don't know who ganglyeoghan is. Right. Last call for Oxlong and Levy. Do you want to put predictions in for this one? Mike Oxlong is going 1-3. Right, where's Mr. Oxlong? 1-3. And I don't have a prediction from Mr. Levy, so I will move on. I'm only going to keep rolling on the show. So Man United versus Southampton. 3-2 to Brighton for Mr. Levy. 3-2 to Brighton. So that's a 2-3. Got to be North American, this person. Levy's English, but this person's North American. You'll be going backwards. Right, Wiz is saying 2-0. Right, Wiz is coming in with a 2-0. So Manchester United 2, Southampton 0 for Wiz. And then we have Mikey Romero at 3-1. I've gone for, sorry, Ipswich Brighton. I've gone 2-1 for Ipswich. 2-1 Ipswich is what I've gone for. Tot Spurs has gone 3-0. Drula has gone 2-0. So let's get Drula in at 2-0. After Drula, I have Carl Simpson at 3-0. And Graham at 2-0. And then we have Ian Meth at 3-0. Ian, where's Ian Meth? There he is. Ian Meth 3-0. Ellie 2-0. Ellie 2-0. Ed M 3-0. And then we have Potato Stew says 3-1. 3-1 with a potato. And then we have Adrian says 3-0. And then we've got Ronnie at 4-0. Ronnie 4-0. Then we have Neil at 3-0. I don't think anyone other than someone has predicted a goal for Southampton. I was going to say, Round Table has predicted a goal for Southampton because he's done his 2-1. Johnny Bethnal Green says 3-0. David Clark has predicted a goal for Southampton at 2-1. Richard has gone 3-0. Jimmy Hotspur says 4-0. Where's Jimmy Hotspur? 4-0 for Jimmy Hotspur. I will tell you now, Jimmy Hotspur, I've gone for the same score. I've gone 4-0 as well. In the bin, 1-2 or 2-1. And I'm not sure what one you're going for. I think you mean 2-1 to Man United. So in the bin, 2-1. Archer 3-0. Kuva also with a 4-0. So 3 of us have gone for 4-0. It could be more. Colin Blackshaw's gone for 4-0. I think it could even be more, but I'm going for 4-0. Man United have got a lot of players. Who we got? Mike Oxlong's gone for 2-1. Paul G, start from here, mate, because I'm going to roll back for people as well. So you might as well start from here. Alan's gone 2-1. Alan's gone for 2-1. Gus Parker went for 3-0. Daniel Levy's gone 3-0. Daniel Levy's gone for 3-0. Paul G has gone for a 1-0. Let me get Paul G into the show. Right, well, let's add Paul G. Right, we've added Paul G. 3-0 for Daniel Levy. I've got a 1-0. Edit mine to 4-0, says Archer. So Archer's another person who's jumped on the 4-0. Paul G says 1-0, which I've got. I'm now looking for Gus Parker, Ryan G, and Mink Migson. So I'm going to go back because these people have probably given me the results and I've just missed them. So who did I say I'm missing? I'm missing Gus Parker, Ryan G, and Mink Migson from the people that I'm up here. Ed M. So Pink. Gus Parker's gone 3-0. So I found yours, Gus. So no need to fret. I've got yours. So Gus Parker's gone 3-0. Ryan G now I'm looking for. Ryan G's gone 3-0. Right, Mink Mixon. If you're there, Mink, Can you give me your score? Otherwise, I move on. Got to smash that like button, people. Can people hit the like button? It does help. Right. I don't know where Mixon's gone, so we'll jump into the next game. Right. The first bonus game. I've got 3 bonus games this week. There's 3 bonus games. And I think the 3 bonus games for this week are as follows. So can I have a prediction, please? First of all, for tonight's match between Plymouth and Oxford. Plymouth versus Oxford. Right. Jesse is here. Same 1-3 for this one. Good evening, Jess. Right, copy Jess into the show. Right, Jess is in. Right, so I've got Jess at 1-3. I don't know where Mink's gone, but I'm still missing him. Drewler's gone 1-2. The Drewler's up here 1-2. Carl Simpson's gone for 2-1. Carl Simpson 2-1. So Carl, because you're the first person to put the same score as me, Carl, I've gone for 2-1 as well. So Queen Ellie's gone 1-1. Alan's gone for a 1-1. Potato's gone 1-2. Paul G's gone 2-1. Colin Blackshaw 2-1. Lee Wiz 1-2. I then have Ed M at 2-1. I then have Gus Parker at 2-1. Gus Parker 2-1. Jimmy Hotspur at 1-1. Jimmy Hotspur at 1-1. Johnny Bethnal Green 1-0. Johnny BG at 1-0. Who else we got after that? We've got In the Bin 0-2. In the Bin at 0-2. Mikey Romero 2-0. Daniel Levy 2-1. Mikey R 2-0. We then have Round Table 2-1. Round Table 2-1. I then have Diehards Adrian at 1-2. I don't know what Neil. Oh, Neil's going for a tool draw. Okay, I've just seen that you put it further down, Neil. So Neil's gone for a tool draw. Tool draw for Neil. Daniel Levy 1-2. David Clark 1-1. David Clark 1-0. Then I've got after David Clark, I have Totspurs. Daz has gone for 2-1. Right, where's Totspurs on this sheet? There he is. 2-1. 2-0 for Archer. 2-0 for Archer. Ian Meth at 1-0. Ryan G 2-1. Totspurs 1-0. Spurs GCTV 1-0. I've got that. Big hands to you, my guy, for this hard work. Hands. Thank you very much, Mike. And Mike's gone for a 1-1 draw. I have Mike as a 1-1 draw. Ronnie's gone for 1-0. Ronnie 1-0. Can't go against. Richard has gone 1-2. And Kuva. 2. And Kuva has gone 2-2. So, with that being said, do I have everybody in at the moment? I have everybody apart from Mink Migson. He's the only person that's missing. Anybody else that's new that's wishing to play, you're more than welcome to do so. And apart from that, what I will say is please smash the like button, because there's 40 of you watching at the moment, and I ain't on anything apart from YouTube. And from 40 people watching, I've only got 34 likes. So it doesn't, well, that's 42 people watching. So the likes don't match the amount of people watching, which is a shame, really. Right, second out of the 3 bonus games this week is a game being played tomorrow between Union Berlin and Augsburg. Union Berlin and Augsburg being played tomorrow. So I've picked a game to match the Premiership. So one being played on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday. So they're the 3 predictions. So tomorrow's game is Union Berlin versus Augsburg. And we have Alan straight in, first of all, with a 2-0 for Union Berlin. Union Berlin for... Who was that first? Alan. Alan with 2-0 for Union. 1-1 for Colin Backshaw. Uh, 2-1 for Jess. While Jess has put the score in now, I've also gone for 2-1 as well, Jess. Did I go 2-1? Yeah, I did. I went for 2-1 as well. 1-1 for Neil. If in doubt, put a draw in there, he says. Right, 1-1 for Neil. 1-1 for Ed M. 1 also for Ed M. Then we have Lee Wiz at 2-0. After the Lee Wiz at 2-0, we have Drooler at 0-2. Oh, Drooler's bucked the trend. She's gone another way. Totspur says 2-1. Totspur says 2-1. Daniel Levy says 1-1-1-5. I'm taking that as a 1-1 draw. Mr. Levy. And then I've got a 2-1 from Carl Simpson. And then I've got a 2-2 for Graham. I then have a 3-1 for In the Bin. After In the Bin, where's In the Bin? Uh, 2-2 for Archer. A 2-1 for Nick. 2-1 for Ian Meth. 2-1 for Ellie. 2-1 for Els Bells. 4-1 for Ronnie. God, the stakes are ranking up. 4-1 for Ronnie. A 1-0 for Johnny. He's brought us back down to earth as a 1-0. Cool. We've also got Ryan G with a 1-0. And we've also got Kuva with a 1-0. And then we have a 2-1 for Mr. Clark. David, 2-1. And then we have 0-0 for Gus Parker. And a 2-0 for Paul G. Paul G, 2-0. What to say? Gus Parker's got 0-0. Gus P. Gus likes a result and a half. He likes a wild one. Always throws us a wild one, Gus P. Right, I think I've caught with everyone. So now I'm missing Richard. I might have to go back and look. Richard, Jimmy Hotspur, Mikey Romero, Adrian, Potato Stew, Mike Oxlong, and Migson are the ones that I'm missing. Have I missed any of these people? So I'm going to go back up. Right. Neil, Edem, Willie Wizkid, Drula, Daniel Levy, Richard says 2-2. So Richard, I found yours. So Richard had gone 2-all. Right. Right. I'm looking for Jimmy, Mikey, Adrian, Potato, sorry, Mike Oxlong, and Migson. Mikey Romero went 1-0. Okay, so I found you, Mikey. And now looking for Jimmy's got a 2-all. Found you, Jimmy. Yours cool, Dania. Right, so that's further down the ropes. So it's Adrian, Potato, Mike, Oxlong, and Migson. Right, have I found? 2-0, 2-0. Richard, how's that? You must have something to do this. You think I've got the patience of a saint? 2-2 for Mike Oxlong. I've got 2-2 from Mike Oxlong, 3-1 for Potato Stew. Right. Right, so I've got Mike Oxlong. Anyone need a German speed burner? Right, so I'm looking for Mike Migson and Adrian. Where's Adrian's score? Let me go back up, Adrian, because you might have put it in there. Let me have a look. Yeah, Archer. 2-1. I've got you, Adrian. You're done. All in. Right. Final bonus game for the week. Right, is... Right, let me have a look. Right. Shrewsbury versus Wrexham. I'm not afraid to say it, Paul G. I'm not afraid to say it. My Oxlong. Mike Oxlong. I'm not afraid to say it. I've got 5 kids. Why should I be afraid to say it? Adrian is first in at 1-2. Adrian is first in at 1-2. Jesse's gone 1-2. Colin Blackshaw has gone for my score. So Colin Blackshaw, I've also gone for 1-3. But I did mine before you came on the show. So a 0-2 for Alan. Alan, you need to wait because I'm going to offer you the bonus scores as well for tonight. The games that you missed last weekend. There's only 3 being played tonight, but you might score points for it. Lee Wiskid says 1-2. Roundtable Talk says 2-1. Roundtable Talk says 2-1. Where's Roundtable? There he is. Mikey Romero says 1-3. Roundtable Talk says 2-1. 1-3 for Paul G. Uh, 1-3 for In the Bin. We have a 1-3 for Carl Simpson. A 0-3 for Ronnie. I then have a 1-2 for the Potato. A 1-3 for Neil. A 0-3 for Ian. A 0-2 for Jimmy. A 0-2 for Ryan. Who we got? We got Richard, Andrewla, and Johnny Bethnal Green all going 1-2. Richard, Drewla, and Johnny Bethnal Green. Richard, Drewla. Drew's down there. El Vasco's gone for the same score. 1-2. And Nick's changing his predictions again. 1-2. So Nick's changing his now that he's seen a lot of people putting them. He's gone for a 1-2. Okay, Nick's changed. But Graham is 0-2. Graham is on 0-2. Right, who else we got? Daniel Levy's 3-1. Senor Leve is 3-1. Archer's 1-2. Archer's gone to 1-2. Queen Ellie's gone 0-2. Mike has gone for 2-0. Tygaro's here saying good morning. David Clark's gone 1-3. Let me just do David Clark. Tygaro's here saying good morning. He's gone 1-4. So Tygaro 1-4. Let me just get Tygaro into the show. Mr. Tygaro, good morning to you, mate. It's morning time for you. Very early in the morning for you, Tygaro. You at work? You may well be. Right, I am missing. And it's not, it must be me that I might not have seen him. So Top Spurs I've now got you. It's 1-2. So I found you straight away. Right, Kuva. Kuva I can't miss because he's got the big yellow badge. Right, I know I haven't had a score from Kuva yet. So Kuva's yet to put one in. I am then looking for Ed M. And Ed M's on the pinky. And Ed M's gone 1-2. So I've got Ed M's. And that's it. The only person I'm missing is Kuva. Kuva. 4:20 a.m. for you. Right. Kuva's the only one that's missing. I'm sure he will come back. Right. So I'm going to roll back. And the rollbacks are going to be for 2-2. Well done, Kuva. Right. Right. So people, if I call your name out, you're the people that I need scores from. Right. Now, keep smashing that like button. Right. So this score I need from Johnny Bethnal Green, In the Bin, David Clark, Potato Stew, Colin Blackshaw, Queen Ellie, Ed M, Mr. Mike Ox, Daniel Levy, Mike Mingston, Paul G, Jesse Tygaro, and anybody that's new that's playing. I need Brentford versus Man City from you guys. Brentford versus Man City. These are the games that you guys have missed because you started late. So these are the games that you've missed. So just give me the scores for Brentford Man City. Oh, here we go. Right. Johnny Bethnal Green has gone in at 2-2. Jess is saying 1-2. 3-2 for Mike. 1-1 for Ed M. 2-2 for Colin B. 2-3 for David Clark. A 2-3 for In the Bin. Is that right? Yeah, In the Bin's got 2-3. Excel. Another new player, XL. Right, XL's gone. What you gone for, XL? 2-4. Right, 2-4. And that is at XL. All right. Right, new player. Right, XL 2-4. Tigaro is gone for 1-2. Potato Stew says 1-2. Paul G says 0-2. And I saw another score in there. Daniel Levy 2-4 and Pusey to score. Daniel Levy likes Pusey. Right, Ellie, have I got a score from you, Elsbells? Ellie, where are you, Ellie? Ellie, where are you? I'm going to jump on Ellie. 1-2. Right, for the same people again, your second game of the week is Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Chelsea versus Bournemouth, please. And this again is for Johnny in the bin, David, Potato, Colin B, Queen Ellie, Ed M, Mike, Daniel, Paul G, Jesse, Tigaro, XL. So Johnny Bethnal Green is coming first with 1-2. In the bin says 2-all. Ed M says 2-1. Colin Blackshaw says 2-2. Tigaro says 2-1. David Clark says 2-1. Mike says 1-0. Bournemouth, that's 0-1 for Mike. Paul G says 2-0. 2-0 for Paul G. Big up. Vindaloo says Brentford 0-3. So Vindaloo's just joined. Right, Vindaloo, I've got your first score in. Fine. I'll add you to the show, Vindaloo. You'd now catch up with the second game. Right, so Vindaloo's coming with that. And a 3-2 for this game. And then what we've got 3-2 for Potato Stew. And then after Daniel Levy says 2-1. XL 2-1. Daniel Coys 0-2. And then 1-2. Right, just get Dan Coys into the show, who is our current second place player going into the bonus games. Right, Dan Coys. Right, who am I missing? Mike Mixon. Oh no, sorry, I'm missing Queen Ellie. He says 2-0. And Mixon, or whatever his name is, don't know where he's gone. Right, game number 3 for all you same people again is West Ham versus Fulham, please. West Ham Fulham for Johnny in the bin, David Clark, Potato Stew, Colin Blackshaw, Queen Ellie, Edem, Mike, Daniel Levy, Paul G, Jesse, Tigaro XL, Vindaloo, Dan Coys. And I think Johnny Bethnal Green was first into the jump. Right, Dan, you're changing your score to 2-1 for the last one. Okay, done. So I've got Johnny Bethnal Green first on the jump, says 2-1. Cup of tea and a fag. Cup of tea and a fag, Johnny boy. Cup of tea and a fag. 1-1 for Paul G. A 2-1 for Tigaro. For you, Tigaro, it's a tinny and a fag. A tinny and a fag. Mike is 0-0. Don't know Mike that well yet, but we will get to know. Vindaloo says 2-1. Vindaloo says 2-1. Colin Blackshaw says 1-1. Mr. B says 1-1. In the bin says, sorry, Ed M says 1-1. And then in the bin says 1-0-3. 0-3 for in the bin. In the bin says 0-3. Daniel Levy says 1-1. David Clark says 1-1. Jess 1-2. Excel says 2-1. 2-1 for Excel. A smoke and a pancake says in the bin. Jose, did you get my 3-2 for Chelsea? I did. Vindaloo. Queen Ellie says 1-3. Right, potato. Where's the potato? Potatoes have gone 1-0-1, so I've got the potato. Am I missing anyone? Dan Coys. 2-1. Okay, he's gone 2-1 for this game. Right, we're all in. Next game for the same players again is Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. Notts Forest versus Liverpool, please. Vindaloo and Jess both coming in with 1-2. Colin Blackshaw 1-3. Right, Colin Blackshaw. Ed M 1-1. Ed M, you've done a lot of draws. Ed M sat on the fence for a lot of these. A 2 for Daniel Levy. Senor Levy 2-2. Who else we got? We've got Johnny Bethnal Green at 2-1. Johnny BG at 2-1. Paul G at 1-4. David Clark 1-2. 1-2 for David Clark. In the bin 2-1. Mike 2-2. 1-3 for Tigaro. It's two sides predicting. Yeah, two sides is predicting. He's gone for a 0-2. Good morning, Colin. I hope you're well. You've missed a few, so hopefully you'll get in this time. I did try and get you to do the other ones like the other day, but you're here at the end of the show as well today. I've got some for you as well, because you've missed. There's 3 games still to be played tonight in the bonus games that you could still enter for. Daniel is going 0-1. Queen Ellie's 1-3. Are we nearly there? Queen Ellie's 1-3. Potato stew. Have you given me a score? Potatoes give me a score. Excel's gone 4-3. So I am missing just a score from Potato stew on this game. Did you give me a score? I don't think you did. It's interesting. Potato, you're the only one that's missing on this one, mate. Do you want to give me a score on this? Otherwise, I'll move on, Potato. Right, the next game for the same people again. I don't know where Potato is Everton versus Aston Villa. Everton versus Aston Villa. Right, I got your Potato for the last one. That's cool. Everton, Aston Villa. We have got Vindaloo first in at 0-2. Then we've got 2-3 for Johnny Bethnal Green. Johnny, you're done, mate. I've got all yours now, Johnny. You're in. Ed M says 1-0. In the bin, you're done for now. But if you wait a few more minutes, I've got an offer for you, for Mike, for Daniel, Excel, Colin, and for Rakdos Madness. And that is to predict the last 3 games that are being played tonight to give you an extra chance of getting some points. 1-2 for David Clark. A 2-2 for Potato Stew. David Clark, you're done. Colin Blackshaw, I've got a score for you. Yet 0-3. Queen Ellie put a score in. 2-2. Mike, has he put a score in? Mr. Mike. I can't see a score from Mr. Mike, so we move on to Daniel Levy. Has he put a score in? 1-1. Then we move on to Paul G, who's gone 1-2. Then I move on to Jess, 1-3. Then I move on to Tigaro, 1-0. And then I move on to Excel. As you give me a score. And now Excel. Mike's gone 4-1. So I've got Mike at 4-1. So, and then I've got Excel that I'm missing. Dan Coys, 1-2. Excel's gone 2-2. And then it's 2 sides. Colin. I'm missing Colin. Colin hasn't put a score in. So we move on. Right. So for the time being, in the bin, if you hold on, you can, if you want, predict 3 games tonight that I'll give you that we've already predicted at the weekend. But there's only 3 games left. Right. Next game for is Leicester versus Crystal Palace. This is for Potato, Colin, Ellie, Edem, Mike, Daniel, Paul G, Jess, Tigaro, Excel, Vindaloo, Dan Coys, Colin. If I haven't said your name, then I don't need a prediction. So if I haven't said your name, I don't need a prediction. There we go. Jess is first in at 1-3. I've got a 1-0 from Dan. I've got a 1-2 for Vindaloo. And then I have a 1-3 for Colin B. Colin, you're done, mate. I've got all yours. Well done, Colin. Edem, 2-2. Edem, you're all done as well, mate. You're in. Paul G, 1-0. 1-0 for Paul G. Then I have a 0-0 for Mike. I have a 2-1 for Tigaro. I have a 1-2 for Queen Ellie. I have a 2-2 for Excel. And then I am missing Potato. Potato Stew and Colin. And Daniel Levy. 2-3. 2-3. Right, Potato, you're done. You're done. Now I'm missing Daniel Levy and Colin. And I'm going to be moving on to Daniel Levy and Colin. If you're around, give me your scores. Next game for the people is Newcastle versus Wolves. Daniel Levy's going 0-1 Palace. I got you, Daniel. You're in 0-1 Palace. Vindaloo's coming with 2-0. 2-0. Ellie's 3-1. Jess is 3-1. Ellie, you don't have to give me a score. You gave me 2-0 earlier. You're done. You're done, Ellie. Dan Coy's 2-0. Taigaro 4-1. Paul G 2-0. Vindaloo member 1 month. Newcastle Wolves 2-0 says Daniel Levy. 2-0 says Daniel Levy. 4-1 says Mike. Excel, have you given me a score? Excel and Colin. I need a score from Excel and Colin. Right, everybody else. So, Mike and Daniel, I've got all your scores. But if you want to wait, I'm going to offer you guys a chance because you missed the weekend's ones. I'm going to give you guys a chance of the 3 bonus games that we still got tonight because you're new players, and it just gives you an extra chance to get some more points. So now for the next game, I need these from. Right, the next game is Arsenal Tottenham, and I need scores from Paul G, Jess, Taigaro, Excel, Vindaloo, Dan Coys, Colin. For the time being, they're the only ones I need it from. So Taigaro's first in. Ellie, you're done. You've given me your scores already. Taigaro says 1-2. Ellie, you're done. You're completed. I've got all your scores. 1-2 says Dan Coys. Jess says 2-3. Vindaloo 3-2 with commentary. Yeah, Ellie, I don't need no more from you. You're done. You're completely done. I've got all yours. The only people I'm missing now is Paul G and Excel for this one. Paul G's gone 1-2. And Excel. And then I'm done for this score.
She looks nice in it.
Yeah. That's why I started going on the plus side.
I love that.
I like crossings. I'm thinking that my favorite. I like
Excel,
this one only comes
are you around? 2-2 for Excel.
Hey, stop hitting
Right, for this game, I need Paul G, Jess, Taigaro, Excel, Vindaloo, Dan, and Colin. Ipswich versus Brighton, please.
So is dinner at 10 then? Yeah, when he's finished, he said he'll do it. So if we can have ready what we want. I should have taken what I wanted. I'll just call this my cheat day rather than a meeting. And then
Right, so for this one, I needed, and I've got, so what have I got?
keep rolling the ball around.
1-1 for Taigaro.
See, what is the point of this shelf? You've got to plug something up on the sofa.
Well, the shelf is supposed to be
Plug something out on the sofa. What's the point?
No way, you've got to plug something up there, really. You need to. Yeah, because it's stupid.
Try and do it again. So I've got a 1-all from Taigaro. I have a 1-3 for Jess. 1-3 for Jess. A 1-3 for Excel. And then I have a 2-1 for Vindaloo. And I'm missing one person. Dan Coy's saying 1-3. And Colin, I don't know where he is. So I'm just missing Paul G. Have I missed Paul G says 1-3. Right, Paul, you are now done. You're now done. Oh, sorry, that's just Paul G. Paul G. Paul G, you're done. So you're square. The next game is for Jesse, Taigaro, Excel, Vindaloo, Dan Coys, and Colin. And that's Man United Southampton, please. Manchester United Southampton. And if you're leaving the show or you're coming in, please hit a like button for the show. It doesn't half help. 3-0 for Vindaloo. 4-1 for Jess. Jess, you're done. You're all done. You're up to date. You're all in, Jess. Good luck to Harry in his in your parents' evening with Harry tonight. And I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you very much. Taigaro says 3-0. Dan Coys has gone 3-0. So I'm just missing Excel. Mike, you've already given me your score on this, mate. I've got yours already. So you don't have to give me a score at the moment. But if in the bin, Mike, Daniel, and Alan and Colin are still here, I've got 3 more results for you guys, and I'll tell you when to jump in on them. So I'm just missing Excel at the moment. Excel, your score for Man United Southampton, please, would be great. And then I can move on to the next game.
But it's different or it tastes the same?
Tastes different. What type of
I think that last one.
2-1 for Excel. Right, 2-1 for Excel. Man United at home, 2-1. Right, next game is the bonus games for this week. No, these are not the ones that I'm talking about. This is this week's games that we're playing at the moment. Is Plymouth versus Oxford, and this is for Taigaro, Excel, Vindaloo, Dan Coys, and Colin if he's around. Two for Vindaloo. A 2-2 for Vindaloo. A 1-1 for Taigaro. So now I just need Excel and Dan Coys.
No one's gonna remember.
No. Janelle literally told me you should wear your prom dress.
1-2 for Dan Coys, just missing Excel's. Excel 2-2. Right, next game for you 4, same people again, is Union Berlin versus Augsburg. Union Berlin versus Augsburg. Taigaro says 1-1 for Union Berlin Augsburg. Taigaro, I've got all yours, mate. You're in. Well done. You're in, mate. You're done. 1-0 for Vindaloo. Vindaloo. So it's just Excel and Dan Coys that I'm waiting on. Mike, I've got your scores for these already, mate. I don't need your scores for these at the moment. I'll call you. I'll tell you when you're back in. So it's just Excel that I'm missing on this one. Union Berlin Augsburg for this is tough. It's all draw. Right, this one for today's predictions, not the weekends, But for today's predictions, I now need XL, Vindaloo, and Dan Coys for Shrewsbury Town versus Wrexham. So that's XL, Vindaloo, and Dan Coys. Shrewsbury Town versus Wrexham. So the 0-2 for Dan Coys. Dan, I've got all yours for the week for this week, mate. You're in. XL says 1-2. XL says 1-2. So all I'm missing is Vindaloo says 0-2. Right. Bear with me a second, right? So let me just do this. Right, so this is for this now. There's 3 games to be played tonight that we've already predicted. So if you're still with me, in the bin, Mike Oxlong, Daniel Levy, XL, and Rakdos Madness. Can you give me the score for Leyton Orient versus Derby? That's the first game tonight. Leyton Orient versus Derby. So this is for, as I said, if you're still here, in the bin, Mike Oxlong, Daniel Levy, XL, Rakdos Madness, and Colin, if you're still here. For you 5 people, this is a game that's being played tonight that you can predict on. So Alan is still here, and Alan's gone 2-1. Right, let me just find you, Alan. Right, let me fly back down to Alan. So Alan has gone 2-1. Who's the next one that's gone in? In the bin has gone for 1-3. Then we've got XL 3-2. Then we've got Daniel Levy at 2-2. And we've got Mike coming in at 1-2. Okay, so that's that game. Right. The second game that's being played tonight. I'll put it up there again. So, because I took the banners down for these already. So, the next game I need from you guys for tonight is Preston versus Charlton. So, Preston versus Charlton, and this is for in the bin, Mike, Daniel Levy, XL, and Rakdos Madness. So, Mike's come in with a 1-1. 1-1. Then I've got in the bin with 2-0. Daniel Levy says 2-1. And then I've got XL with a 3-3 draw. Oops. And we also have Rakdos with a 2-0. Right. Okay, so I've got that one. And Naomi Howard just popped me to say thank you to whoever gifted me a sub. Naomi, hit the like button. The sub was gifted to you by Peter Kagayas. And the last game that's being played tonight already, that we'd already predicted earlier on the weekend, is right. The last game is Mansfield versus Wigan. The results for the bonus predictions that we did at the weekend, which includes these last 3 games, will be tomorrow. And this week's predictions will be on Friday. And then we'll do the weekend's predictions as well. So it's a double show Friday. So for you 5 people, it's these. It's Mansfield versus Wigan. Mike has gone for a 1-1 draw. So Mike says 1-1. So these are all FA Cup games that are being played tonight. In the bin says 1-2. And it's only 90 minutes that counts, okay? Just to make you aware, it's like anything. It's only 90 minutes that counts. 3-2 for Daniel Levy. 3-2 Daniel Levy. I got a 3-1 for Excel. And we've got a 1-0 for Alan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. We are done. Just need to save this all because I don't want to lose a spreadsheet. I've got two different spreadsheets running at the same time. Tel Cockerel's number 20. Right. So you got Archer says 1-0 if you didn't get mine the other day. I don't know what you mean, Archer. Sorry, Archer. Let me see if I've got you, Archer. Let me see if you're in the show. Because if you're not, then you might as well do them now. I've got a feeling you was in the show, Archer. I've got a feeling you was already here. Just going back and looking. I'm sure you, Archer, you were in. You're in the show. You've already scored loads of points, Archer. Now, in the bin. Thank you very much for joining today. I'm so happy that we've got some more new players. With you players that have predicted today, we have now got an extra. We are now on 117 players. 117 players we're now on with you guys that predicted today. Last year we finished on 118 players, and we're now on 117. Right, so what we're going to say to you guys is tomorrow's show will be the results show for the weekend bonus predictions that we did, because there was no Premiership games, and there was 20 games that we predicted. But unfortunately, some of you guys have only predicted 3 of the games because you've missed. But it's just to give you a chance to make extra points. You guys have really started in game week 21, and the results show for that will be on Friday, as well as the predictions for the weekend's games on week 22. So Friday will be a double show, and tomorrow will just be the result. And we will go through it then. A lot of people are thanking me for going back and stuff like that. No, I thank you guys for joining. It's an interactive game. Also, I will say for the people that are not aware, it's in the description of the show. But we also do a fantasy football league. So if you want to join that, the code and everything's there. If you want to join the fantasy football league, and that's free of charge. It's all interactive online. And we also do Predict the Prem, which is like the predictions for Premiership games only, where it scores you points, but it's done automatically. It's done on goal difference and stuff, which is also in the description of the show. So if anyone wants to play them, you're more than welcome to do so. You've got a big up from Daniel. Thank you. Thank you from Rakdos. In the bin says, thanks for going back. No worries at all. Thank you for partaking. Ryan flexing his 5-month member badge, saying thank you for your hard work as always, Jose. Drula says thank you, Jose, for the great work. Daniel Levy says thank you, Jose. May have a good week ahead, and yourself. Mike Romero says smash the likes. Mr. Mike says everyone smash the like button. Big up, just keep improving, says Daniel Levy. And Exor says thank you, Jose, for your patience. You're worth the sub. Just do what you're doing. Keep grinding. Yeah, I thank you very much for that. Like I said, please hit the notification bell. You know when we're next be back on. I normally generally do the predictions, and I do the predictions for the community. As for other shows, you probably find me more doing other shows on other people's channels than what you do on my own because of work commitments. But I am planning to do a show this weekend, which will probably be a members show, which everyone can watch, and all the members that want to come on will end up coming on and having their say like they normally do. We've got a great community here. You're more than welcome to be added to the community. And then Johnny Bethnal Green says, thank you, Jose, for the catch up. Thank you very much, Johnny, for your support. To you, your missus, your kids and everything. God bless you all. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. And if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. And yeah, make comments. And for people that are leaving their results at the end of the stream, please hit the like button when you leave your comments, your results at the end of the stream. And as always, I'm going to end the stream with, come on, you mighty Spurs. And in the big Ange, I trust. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.